Hey there, welcome back to Spoon Feed. Today we're going to be making the most amazing, mouth-watering, rich and decadent saffron tres leches cake. Let's start by whisking together 1 cup of sugar and 1 stick or the half cup of butter that has been softened to room temperature. I'm using an electric hand mixer today, but you can use a regular whisk if you don't have one. It's just going to take you a tad bit longer. Plus, I've heard that it's a great workout for your arms. All things considered with this recipe, that might actually be a good thing. Once your butter and sugar are thoroughly combined, we're going to add 4 eggs into this mixture, one at a time, and whisk them till each of the eggs are homogeneous with the butter and sugar. The cake for tres leches is usually of a much denser texture than any other cake, and hence the increased portion of eggs into this. Now I didn't have the patience and ended up adding my last 2 eggs at the same time. Once we've got all of our eggs combined, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and continue to whisk. If you like your cake stinking of eggs, you can feel free to leave this out, else better not forget it. In a measuring cup, I have taken half a cup of milk that I did microwave for 20 seconds, and to this I'm going to add half a teaspoon of saffron and give it a tiny whisk for the milk to incorporate the saffron flavor. Let's whisk it till the milk absorbs the color from the saffron and turns to light yellow. I'm going to add this to my butter, sugar and eggs mixture and whisk it for a further couple of minutes. Now it's time to add our dry ingredients. I'm going to begin with adding 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which is going to be our leavening agent for this cake, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I'm going to add to my wet ingredients through a sieve. The reason here being that we want to avoid any lumps of flour in our batter. I'm going to fold the flour into my batter with the help of a rubber spatula before whisking for just a little over the minute to ensure they're combined and we have a smooth and silky batter. Once we've got our batter ready, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. The next step here is for us to prep our baking dish by greasing it with butter with the help of a brush. Once we have each and every edge and surface of our baking dish greased, it's time to add the batter into it. The batter is thick and dense, and I'm going to try and spread it out evenly to the best of my abilities. Finally, when that fails, I ended up giving it a couple of taps on my work surface. This would ensure that there aren't any air bubbles or gaps in them and will result in a much more even cook. It goes into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. For the sauce, I have 2 cups of milk that I have microwaved for 30 seconds, to which I've added half a teaspoon of saffron. Give it a tiny whisk till the milk is infused with the flavor and the color of the saffron. Once combined, transfer them to a saucepan on low to medium heat. Bring this to a simmer and add 3/4 cups of evaporated milk. Give this a quick stir till the evaporated milk is combined. Next, I'm gonna add half a cup of condensed milk. We want to give this a quick whisk and heat it up till all the three types of milk are homogeneous and set this aside. Cool. Now that our sauce is ready, let's move on to the final component of this dish, which is the whipped cream. I have about 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. Our electric mixer comes handy again. We're not going to be adding any sugar to this as we already have incorporated a lot of sugar in the cake and our sauce. We're going to whisk the cream till they form stiff peaks. For the first couple of minutes it won't look like much is happening, but keep at it and in a few more minutes it will get there. Once our cream is ready, I'm going to move my whipped cream to a piping bag. After about 30 minutes, our cake is out of the oven and we're going to give it about 5 to 10 minutes to rest. This will ensure it evens out as it cools down. I'm going to poke holes all over the cake with the help of a knife. Let's be liberal with the number of holes we're creating. We want the cake to absorb as much of the milk sauce as possible. This is a TRES Leches after all, so don't be afraid of it falling apart or getting too soggy. Next, we're going to generously pour ladles of our sauce on top of the cake. We want to do this with about 30% of our sauce. Unlike me, you're going to have to be a little patient here. We need to place this in the fridge for about 2 hours before we begin to consume it. You really need to allow the cake to cool down completely. It's time to plate. I've cut myself a slice and now I'm trying my best to be creative and place the whipped cream in the most visually pleasing manner. Quite obviously, I suck at it. Don't blame me, I flunked art class in school. Blame 12-year-old me. Finally, I'm gonna pour our delicious saffrony and indulgent sauce all around my cake. It's like giving your cake a milk bath. And there you have it, folks, the most delicious saffrony and indulgent tres leches cake you'll ever taste. Just be warned, it's so good you might not want to share, so make sure you have your stretchy pants ready. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more recipes and shenanigans. Until next time, happy cooking.